You are now about to witness
some real shit.
Keep it gangster. Keep it gangster, girl. Keep it gangster. Keep it gangster, girl. Keep it gangster.
About another, only got love for my gang brothers. Chia, but I'm young, so nobody would wonder that the hood would take me under.
But connect with the level that I'm a thug. Was thinking now we slipping. Two to the head, now he be twirling like a step. But guess who? Crap killer back, the AK-47 mixed with a maniac, a nigga with a problem, a nigga ain't rap tight, so I be rolling on his crap niggas every night.
You know, something I've wondered about for a very long time in hip-hop is the fact that the amount of Crips and Bloods working together on songs and in groups. And I'm not necessarily just talking about that group, Bloods and Crips. They had that album, they had that song Steady Dipping, Banging on Wax and stuff like that. I'm including that, but what I'm also including is other random groups where like one or two members would be a Crip and one or two members would be a Blood. Like Compton's Most Wanted, for example. DJ Mike T, who's the DJ and producer, he was a Blood, while MC8 was the main MC. He was a Crip. I think most of the members were Crips. You got West Side Connection. Mac 10 is a Blood. Dub C is a Crip. It kind of, when I talk a lot about hip hop and I see a lot of these grown men, 30 something years old, 40, 50 something years old, however old you are, you claim you was there during that time and you claim that this was such a great part of your life, childhood, adolescent years, early 20s, excuse me, and you love these rappers and stuff so much. But you gotta understand, like, a lot of that stuff is just propaganda. That's what I keep wanting to instill in folks, right? You can believe what you want, but a lot of it, like I told you, mainstream gangster rap was used in tandem with the crack era in the mid to late 80s and the prison industrial complex. All that goes hand in hand. You don't have to believe me, you don't have to take my word for it. It's other channels that talk about that kind of stuff that go more in depth with it and are more like articulate about it. They'll pull up all kinds of stats and facts and stuff like that. You don't have to just take my little stupid word for it, okay? They ushered out what real hip hop is. Real hip hop is positivity. What the old school cats back in the day was talking about, like KRS wanted them to found all the foundation. They eventually at some point said hip hop is founded on 4 principles: peace, love, unity, and having fun. Okay, gangster rap, your NWA, your Tupacs, Bloods and Crips, Compton's Most Wanted. These groups, these acts, they didn't promote any of that. Now some idiot could break it down like, well, there's peace amongst gang members, or there's unity amongst gang members. There's peace when there ain't no bullshit going on. They're having fun, shooting, killing each other, and selling drugs. There's love amongst the homies. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love the homie. Some idiot can break it down like that, but you know what I mean. Like, for the most part, a lot of this stuff doesn't promote peace, love, unity, or having fun. They ushered and pushed out positive rap music. Funky 4 plus 1 more, UTFO, Kid and Play, and you may not want to hear this. No, they was lame, they wasn't talking about nothing. You know, the Cold Crush Brothers. That's hip hop. That right there is real hip hop, man, and in its true essence, how it's supposed to be. Hip hop used to give good advice. Hip hop used to tell kids, look, we can say school, indoctrination, and all that, but still, it's better to say go to school than what's the alternative, running the streets or whatever. Like, it used to say stuff like that, you know. Eventually, rap music started telling folks, this is how, I don't want to hear that, no, they was just telling their perspective for where they're from. At some point, okay, we've heard it before. What else can you gonna talk about? You done talked about the ghettos and the hoods and all that kind of stuff. At some point, it's like, when can we put that down? When can you stop using that as some kind of excuse? When can you stop saying, I'm just telling about where I'm from? you from the same ghetto everywhere else from. They just talk different. You're in a different region of the country, but it's the same ghetto. It's the same drug dealing, killing, raping, and child neglect that's going on everywhere. So getting back to the Bloods and Crips thing, to me, it kind of says two things. One, either that Blood and Crips shit ain't real, or two, those certain rappers and those groups, they really weren't affiliated with those gangs, and they really ain't about that life. That's probably what I lean towards, because it's like if you are in a gang and you're supposed to be mortal enemies with this other gang, but you're willing to put that aside to get this money, wouldn't there be some kind of OG or something like that to come and crack you in your fucking head and remind you that you're not supposed to be doing that? We don't affiliate with those folks. We don't roll with that with the other side. You sipping tea with the enemy, whatever. Why? Like, what is it about? Is it just for the money? Like, do y'all beef outside of the studio? Like, you bringing in your Blood homies, he bringing in his Crip homies. People don't get to beefing and fighting and killing. It's like, what the? I'm dumbfounded. I don't understand it. I don't get it. So it's like, why do you think that rappers that was involved in gangs affiliated with enemy gangs? It just don't make sense to me. And like I said, it goes back to propaganda, pushing an image, pushing these gangsters to make it seem like it's cool. Because young black folks, if you out there and you young and you're black watching this, I'm telling you, you have been crippled by by rap music. You've been crippled by your family wanting to stay in the hood. It's generations of folks in the hoods and the projects, and they're proud of that crap, man. They're proud of that, and you grew up with that. You talk to older black folks, and they tell you how black folks used to dress, how black folks used to talk back in the day. You can see a decline in the 80s going forward all the way up to now. But people don't, it's like black folks want to romanticize, we was kings in Africa, but you won't even, it's in recent history, you won't even say, you know what, about 40, 50 years ago, y'all used to own businesses and all kind of, y'all didn't sag your pants, y'all treated each other right, y'all married and had children with your own, it was black love, whatever you want to say. Like, it's like, they don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? And it is really sad to see how far black youth has failed and how much of a chokehold that gangster rap, drug dealing, and all that kind of stuff, giving you the illusion that these rappers some kind of tough guys. You go out there and live that life, get your head popped, or you get sent to jail or prison for the rest of your life. But as always, it's gonna be some grown ass men crying in my comment section. Listen, man, on my channel, BYOT, you want to cry? Bring your own tissue. I do not provide tissue for grown men who want to cry and defend rappers that they don't know. That's just my take on it. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. I'm out.